Hola, hola. This is video lesson 48 y 49, 48 and 49. Let me see over here. So to start today, I need you guys to go to page 126, 126, and find exercise E, and work at it, okay? So let me see over here. So that in that one, that's at the top of the page, you need to translate sentences 1 through 4 from exercise C on the previous page, okay? So go back to exercise C on the previous page, 125, 125, and translate sentences 1 through 4, okay? So pause the video, work on that exercise for a couple minutes, and then come back over here for the lesson, okay? So today we're gonna be learning about the verb ir, okay? Ir, I-R. I think we touched on it last video. Yes, we did. So on the previous video, lesson 47, we learned about the verb ir, which is to go, and we learned about the conjugations of the verb to go. So we have them here. It's yo voy, which is I go. Tú vas, you go. Él va, he goes. Ella va, she goes. Usted va, you formal go. And then nosotros vamos, we go. Vosotros vais, you go. Ellos van, they go. Ellas van, they go. Ustedes van, you formal go. Okay? So that's the conjugation. So repeat after me. Yo voy, tú vas, él va, ya va, usted va, nosotros vamos, nosotras vamos, vosotros vais, vosotras vais, ellos van, ellas van, ustedes van. Okay? So in today's lesson, what they want you to learn is that in Spanish, as the same in English, we also use this verb to express things that are going to happen in the future. Okay. So in English, and this is on page 126 on your workbook, section 4.4 there, it says that, so in English, you use the verb will, like you say, I will sing, to express something that's going to happen in the future. Okay, you're going to sing in the future. You will sing. You also use the verb to go to express things that are going to happen in the future. So you can also say, I'm going to sing. And that's called the present progressive of to go plus an infinitive, which is when you say infinitive, is the verb with the to before. So to sing, to walk, to think, that's the infinitive form of a verb, okay? So in English, you use the present progressive of to go, which is I'm going, and then you add that infinitive of the verb, that whatever it is that you're gonna do, right? So the same in Spanish. We use that form of the verb to go, which is ir, to express things that are gonna happen in the future. So you say yo voy, which is I go, but then we also add a preposition a, okay, the preposition a. So we say yo voy a estudiar. That's on your book on page 126. So go and look at them so that you know what I'm saying. I'm reading the examples there. It says yo voy a estudiar. I'm going to study. Tú vas a estudiar. You are going to study. Él, ella o usted va a estudiar. He, she, or you formal is going to study. Nosotros vamos a estudiar. We are going to study. Vosotros vais a estudiar. You, what does it say here? Plural in Spanish, are going to study. Ellos, ellas, ustedes van a estudiar. They are going to study. Okay? So that's how we use it in Spanish, I'm sorry, to express something that's going to happen in the future. We use the verb ir to talk about things that are happening in the future, okay? Yo voy, tú vas, él, ella va, nosotros vamos, vosotros vais. Just the same as you do in English with the verb to go, okay? I'm going to, okay? So it says here in your workbook, the form ir a, so that expression, ir a, plus an infinitive is used to express the following. Future plans. Nosotros vamos a visitar el zoológico mañana. That means we are going to visit the zoo tomorrow. It's also used to express intentions. Yo voy a practicar el piano por 2 horas. I'm going to practice the piano for 2 hours. It's also used to express predictions. Jesus va a regresar. Jesús va a regresar. Jesus is coming back. Pronto, says here, soon. He's gonna return soon, okay? So remember, future plans, intentions, or predictions, that usually when we use this form of the verb to go in Spanish, okay? Ir a plus an infinitive verb. Okay. Oh, and then just one more thing. When I say infinitive verb, so in English, I just said it is to go, to think, to walk. But in Spanish, remember that the infinitive form of a verb is when the verb ends in AR, EIR, or ER. Okay, so right now we were focusing on verbs that ended in AR. And then now we're learning about ir, which is a verb that ends in IR, but it's an irregular verb. And so in this situation, that's the infinitive form of a verb. Okay, so when I say that, that's what I mean. That a verb that ends in these 3 endings, AR, IR, and ER. Okay, so let's look at these examples here of what we just learned. So to express future plans, this is an example of future plans, okay? So notice the ir a plus the infinitive form of the verb, the infinitivo in Spanish. Tito va a comer con su amiga. Okay, Tito is a name, va a, so because Tito is he, the conjugation of ir is va, correct? Tito va, and then the preposition a, Tito va a, and then the infinitivo, the verb in its infinitive form, comer con su amiga. Okay, Tito va a comer con su amiga, future plans. Intentions, voy a, so that's I, correct? I'm going to, voy a estudiar después de la clase. Notice here, voy a, so the verb ir for yo, conjugated for yo, for I, and then the preposition a, and then the verb in its infinitive form, estudiar. Voy a estudiar después de la clase. Mi madre va a hacer mucha comida para Navidad. Mi madre, that's the subject, va, because it's a she, is the mother, so she goes, ella va a hacer mucha comida para Navidad. She's going to make a lot of food for Christmas. Now, you guys try these ones. Conjugate ir a correctly in each blank. So here it's yo cantar en el coro. So what is the right form of the verb ir that you need to put there? So is ir for yo, so look at your table if you don't know it, but it's yo voy a cantar en el coro. I'm going to sing in the choir. Yeah, there you have it. Yo voy a cantar en el coro. Now, ellos desayunar en la mañana. So what is the right conjugation of ir a for ellos? So look at your table. Ellos van a desayunar en la mañana. Now for Luis. Luis blank practicar el piano hoy. Luis, so what is the right conjugation of ir for Luis? Luis is a he. So if you go to your table on page 124, 124, you know that the right conjugation of ir for he is va, okay? Va a practicar el piano hoy. Nosotros, blank, esperar una semana. What is the right conjugation of ir for nosotros? Nosotros vamos a esperar una semana. We're going to wait 1 week. Tú, blank, hornear las galletas. So what is the right conjugation of ir for two? Look at your table. Is vas a. ¿Tú vas a hornear las galletas? Are you going to bake the cookies? Ustedes, blank, disfrutar la piñata. La piña, I'm sorry, la piña. Ustedes, blank, disfrutar la piña. So what is the right conjugation of ir for ustedes? Look at your table. Ustedes van a disfrutar la piña. You guys are going to enjoy the pineapple. Okay, so now for classwork, go to page 127 and 128, and you're gonna work on exercises A through C. So let me see over here really quick. In exercise A, you are going to write the correct conjugation of ir in each sentence. So it's pretty much what we just did, okay? So these are different sentences there. So look at the subject. Nosotros, mi profesor de física, el presidente, and then find the right conjugation of the verb ir for those subjects, okay? And then what else? Exercise B, you are going to translate sentences 1 through 8 from exercise A, okay? So you can add 2 on your own. And then for exercise C, it says here, for each given, choose the appropriate conjugation, infinitive, direct object, and modifier to make a complete sentence. Some words may be used more than once. The first answer has been provided. So let's see. So you have here subjects, conjugations, verbs in its infinitive form, direct objects, and modifiers, okay? So you're gonna use that to make a complete sentence, okay? So here they give you an example. Karina, so they use Karina and Carlos as the subjects, Karina and Carlos. So because it's two people is they, the right conjugation of they for ellos of the verb ir is van. So Karina y Carlos van a, and then estudiar, they picked estudiar as the infinitive form of that verb. Español, they picked that as the indirect object, diariamente, the modifier, diariamente, daily. Okay, so that's what you have to do. To build other sentences there. Remember, you can use some of the words, you can use them more than once. And so I am excited to see which sentences you guys come up with there, okay? Now, okay, so pause the video here, work on that, and then come back here, okay? We are gonna go over to the next lesson. So finish this one and then come back here for the other lesson, lesson 49. Okay, so lesson 49. Please spend some time, pause the video now to, well, no, before that, I'm sorry. Go to page 131. This is important classwork. 131, and you're gonna work on exercise A. This exercise is very important. It's a review section. So make sure if you don't remember, if you don't remember the answer there, like if it's true or false or whatever it is that you have to do there, go back to the section where you learned that and review it, okay? This is how these sections are supposed to work. You read it. If you don't remember, you go back to the section and make sure you review it, you understand it, and you memorize it, okay? So here it says you need to write if it's true, and if it is false, you need to change the underlined word or phrase to make the statement true, Okay, so I don't want to see you guys guessing true, false, true, false, true, false, because I'm gonna notice if you're guessing. So I want you guys to really work on this. And again, if it's false, you need to find the right answer. Okay, you need to make it true, and you have to go back to the sections where you learn about these things so that you can know what the right answer is if you don't know it already. Okay, so work on that for a few minutes, and then after that, pause this video and spend a few minutes, 5 minutes, trying to memorize the Bible verse we're learning for this unit, and then come back here to continue with the lesson. So we are going to emphasize today words, the last 10 words of, not the last 10 words, let me see. We're gonna emphasize today words 1 through 10 from vocab list 4B, okay? This is list 4B, words 1 through 10. So I'm gonna say it and then you repeat after me. Acerca de. Acerca de, and you can go back to, let me see what page is that, if you want to follow along from your workbooks. That's on page 119, vocabulary list 4B, okay, 4B. Acerca de. Alrededor de. Say that one again. Alrededor de. Antes de. Antes de. Cerca de. Cerca de. Debajo de. Debajo de. Dentro de. Dentro de. Después de. Después de. Detrás de. Detrás de. En medio de. En medio de. En vez de. En vez de. Okay, good job. So now we're going to briefly review again el verbo ir, okay, ir a, plus the infinitivo, okay? So let's look at some examples right now. So I want you guys to conjugate ir a, correctly in each blank, okay? So Diego y yo blank comer el pastel. So what is the right conjugation of ir a for Diego y yo? So who's Diego y yo? So it's him and I. It's we, right? So we, what is the correct conjugation of nosotros, which is we, of the verb ir? Vamos, right? So Diego y yo vamos a comer el pastel. Lucas is he, okay? Lucas blank llamar a sus padres. So what is the right conjugation of ir for he? Lucas va llamar a sus padres. Yo blank hablar con la maestra. What is the right conjugation of ir for yo? Yo voy a hablar con la maestra. Okay? Vosotros blank usar la estufa. What is the right conjugation of ir for vosotros? According to your table is vais, right? Vais a. Vosotros vais a usar la estufa. These exercises, they will be better for you if you guys are writing them down, okay? And if I'm going too fast, you can always pause, take your time writing it down, working at it in your notebooks. Just put class notes from lesson whatever 49 and have it there in your notebook, because I think I told you this every video, but it helps you retain and understand concepts better, okay? Ustedes blank tomar mucho jugo de naranja. So what is the right conjugation of ir for ustedes? Ustedes van a tomar mucho jugo de naranja. To blank, llenar el lavabo con agua. To, what is the right conjugation of ir for to? ¿Tú vas a llenar el lavabo con agua? Good job. Okay, so let's see over here. The last part is these pages. So you are going to work on pages 128, 128, 128 through 130, 130, and you're going to work on exercises D through E. So let's see really quick what you have to do. In exercise D, you need to conjugate the following infinitives in the present indicative and using the phrase ir a plus infinitive. Okay, so what we have been doing. You have the verbs there. They didn't do anything for you. You have to do them all, to do them all. Okay, so let's see. Let's do the first one together so that you know what to do. So you have esperar. So esperar, it says for yo, so that's 1A, for yo, the presente indicativo, present indicative, will be, so what that means is that what is the conjugation of esperar for yo? That's what it's saying. So you're gonna write there, if it's for yo, it's a verb that ends in AR. Let me see if I can write it down here in the screen for you guys to see it better. Okay, so you have there the verb esperar, okay? So it's a verb that, look at the screen, it's a verb that ends in AR, so you know the rule. For yo, what should be the conjugation? We drop the AR and it has to end in O. So it's for yo will be espero, okay? Drop the AR and has to end in O because it's for yo. That's like 1A. So you're gonna write espero underneath that first line there under presente indicativo. And then they want you guys to also write the ir a plus that verb that you just write, okay, but in its infinitive form. So that will be voy a esperar, okay? So that's what you have to write on the second line there. And then let's do the next one. Esperar, but for two. Now you're gonna do it for two. So esperar for two, we know that we have to drop the AR and add what? AS. And if you don't remember this, you go back. I can't remember the section number, but wherever we learned about the conjugations for the AR verbs, you go back there and you review the rules. So for two, you need to drop the AR and add AS. Okay, so it will be tú esperas. And then for the ir a infinitive will be tú, it will be vas a esperar. Okay. So that's what you have to do there. Let's do one more. Let's do sí. Él, ella y usted. So esperar for él, ella y usted. The rule says that we drop the AR and it has to end in A. Okay, so espera. Él espera, ella espera, usted espera. Now, for the other part, you have to do what is the ir a conjugation for él, ella, usted. It will be va a esperar, okay? And yeah, you can do the last three there, okay? I hope this made sense. If not, we can do it together. And then you have a lot more to go to in the next page, okay? You have explicar, llamar, pagar, preguntar. So this is a nice exercise because it's helping you to do both, to conjugate verbs that end in AR, but also to use the ir a with these same verbs in its infinitive form, okay? So it's helping you practice both things at the same time. Okay, so that's it for classwork. Make sure to be working on your homeworks. I'm gonna write these homework assignments for these two lessons on our homework list document. So that's it for this week. I'll see you guys on Thursday. And please remember to study your vocabulary words from list 4A because you will have a quiz on Thursday on those words, okay? Adiós. Nos vemos el jueves.